Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. I'm sure you've heard me talk about this nonstop the last couple weeks. Also, I've been writing about it in the options notes that go out every day. But it's such to me like the 8 EMA is such a huge indicator, so important right now, that I've been placing a lot of emphasis on how the SPY and the Q act as they near or test the 8 EMA. All right, so the 8 EMA on the chart here is the green line. All right, 8 EMA is green, and the pink line is the 20 day, 20 simple. Sorry, this is the 8 EMA exponential, and this is the 20 simple. Okay, so why am I so focused on it? Okay, so when we started to correct, right, and we had like the pullback in February into March, right, you can see that pretty much every single bounce during that stretch failed at the 8 EMA, right? So when we sank back below it, first bounce failed, right? Next bounce looked like we were trying to go, but ultimately just could not get any traction above the 8 EMA, right? Multiple bounces, fail, 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 right? And then the first move here, first decisive break, well, what happened? We had just a phenomenal run to the upside, right? And then the 8 EMA flipped and it turned into like a quick support level during that move higher, right? We had a couple dips into the 8 EMA, bounce, dip, bounce, first dip led to a bounce, and then when we lost it, right, it flipped and then it turned into resistance. So you can see, right, bounce looked like maybe we were trying to get through it, right, but hard rejection right back below, bounce, bounce into it, failure. So this was the Fed day, right? This is why it was such a nasty reversal, is because this was like such a clean, clear, strong finish above the 8 EMA, but then the following day immediately reversed to give it back, right? So one day above, next day immediately reverse. Last Tuesday, right? Super focused on this session because it marked the first close above that level since the Fed day back in the beginning of May, right? What happened the next day? Really sharp, fast rejection, and I mean, really very similar type day where it was down, I think, almost like 5% at one point, right? So now we're working on the 8 EMA again, and to me, this is the level. Like, if we can't get through this, then there's no reason to think that we can't just keep doing like this stair stepping pattern lower, because that's been the play, right? I mean, when we fail, we tend to put in a lower low, and then our bounces stall at lower levels too, right? If we do clear the 8 EMA, then I'm looking for a move to the 20, okay, which at the moment lines up pretty nicely with the gap from last week, this last Tuesday close. And then if we get through the 20 day, well, then we're really in business, and then we could have room into like the high teens, 20s, which would be a pretty substantial move. But like that's down the road. But this is why, like, if you're on the VTF and like the nightly notes, you keep hearing me stress this over and over and over again. Until we reset this 8 EMA, we're just in this really steady downtrend. And when we do finally break it, it could be a really nice, very quick move to the upside. But we need like a good, clean, decisive break of that level, which is, we have not been able to do that. I mean, there's a couple days in May when it looked like we were about to break out. I mean, we met with back-to-back 5% drops, right? 5% drop this day and a 5% drop that day. So I mean, there's no clearer sign of a failure than when you have a close above a key level and the next day like the market's down 5%, right? So I mean, until we get a good clean break, you're just watching for lower lows, lower highs, riding the momentum to the downside. When we do get that clean break, then we're looking to see if we can build them, see if we can get to like the 405, 406 area. And if we can get through that, then maybe we're looking at high teens to 20s. So there is a lot of potential here, but first things first, we got to get through this 8 EMA. All right. So I wanted to like walk through it like visually, as you can see why I keep stressing this so much. But I think it's such a huge level, and I mean, we're there again, and I mean, it's Monday, so we got the whole rest of the week, so we'll see how things go. And it just feel like it's setting up kind of like a busy few days. Okay, So if you like this video and you're looking for more information about swing trading with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night, stay well, and I will talk to you